On behalf of Banking and Management Academy, I welcome you all to this learning session today. We are going to learn about pronouns in this session. The word pronoun is a word which is used in place of a noun. Noun, as we have already studied, is the name of a person, place, animal, or thing. Suppose, for example, we say, Ram is a good boy. Ram studies in class 10. Ram lives in Chandigarh. Now, instead of the word Ram, we use the word he, which is a pronoun. Similarly, more examples of the word pronoun are it, this, many, each, who, and which. Now let us study the different kinds of pronouns. We have personal pronouns, reflexive pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, indefinite, distributive, and relative pronouns. Personal pronouns are first person, second person, and third person. When we say first person, it means the person or the people who are talking. For example, I and we. Second person denotes the person who is being talked to, that is you. Third person denotes the person we are talking about. That includes he, she, it, and they. Next, reflexive pronouns are the ones which include emphatic pronouns along with it. When we talk about reflexive pronouns, subject and the object are the same. To illustrate this, consider this example. I hurt myself. In this sentence, I hurt myself. The person who has been hurt is me. The word myself here denotes a reflexive pronoun. The subject and the object are the same. When we talk about emphatic pronoun, it simply means that we lay emphasis on who has done something. For example, I myself did the work. When I say I myself, it simply means I'm trying to lay stress that it is me who has done the work. Next, demonstrative pronouns are denoted by the words this, that, these, and those. Indefinite pronouns include one, many, all, and some. As the word itself suggests, there is nothing definite about them. Distributive pronouns include the words each, either, and neither. The relative pronouns use who, whom, that, and which. To give an example of a relative pronoun using who, this is the boy who helped me yesterday. Another example is this is the book that I brought yesterday. Next, let us see the various forms and functions of personal pronouns. We have already seen that personal pronouns include first person, second person, and third person. Now, these personal pronouns may either be in the nominative case or in the objective case. When we talk about pronouns in the nominative case, in the first person we say I and we. It simply means that the sentence begins with these words: I'm going to the market. We have done our work. When I have to use first person in the objective case, I use me. This boy hit me. Similarly, if I have to use us in the objective case, I say they do not like us. It simply means when we use personal pronouns in the nominative case, we begin a sentence with I and we, and in the objective case, we end the sentence with me and us. The possessive case of first person pronoun I is my and mine. For example, this is my book, or I say this book is mine. Similarly, possessive case of we is our and ours. Second person, you. Subjective and the objective remain the same, whereas in the possessive case it becomes your. Third person pronoun he, she, it and they are in the subjective or nominative case, while him, her, it and them denotes objective case. To make the possessive case of the third person pronouns, his, her, hers, its, their or theirs is used. Now let us consider the common errors that we make in the use of pronouns. The first example is, Meera and myself went to the market. This sentence is incorrect because of its usage of the word myself. Instead of myself, I is the correct use. Myself is incorrect because it is a reflexive pronoun. It is important to remember that reflexive pronouns are used in the following cases. First, we use reflexive pronoun to denote the doer has done something. Like in the example, I hurt myself. I denotes who has been hurt. It is me, myself, who has been hurt. Second, reflexive pronoun is used to lay emphasis on the pronouns. Like in the example, I myself did the work. In the given sentence, where we use I as a subject, Meera is a subject and I is also a subject, the usage of myself will be incorrect. Moving on to the next example. I availed of the opportunity. This sentence is incorrect because it is imperative to use myself here. There are some verbs like availed which must be followed by reflexive pronoun. Some more examples of such verbs are enjoy, absent, pride and express. To give an example of the word enjoy, I enjoyed myself at the party. In this sentence, myself is a reflexive pronoun and it would be incorrect to use enjoyed without using myself. Similarly, to give an example of the word express, he expressed himself clearly. We use the word himself as a reflexive pronoun in this sentence. Moving on to the third example, I, you and he must help that poor man. In this sentence, it is important to remember that whenever we used personal pronouns in the whenever personal pronouns are used together in one sentence, they have to follow the sequence 2, 3 and 1. This means second person followed by third person, after which comes the first person if the sentence is positive. Now, this sentence is an affirmative sentence, so it must be rewritten as you, he and I must help that poor man. You is second person, he is third person and I is first person. In case the sentence involves a confession, a guilt or flaw, then the sequence to be followed is first person, second person and finally third person. You, we and they are to be blamed is an incorrect sentence because we are guilty of something. The correct sequence should be we, you and they are to be blamed. Moving on, every man must love their own country. Here the usage of the word dear is incorrect because every means singular, third person. So the correct usage of pronoun would be his. To read the correct sentence, every man must love his own country is correct. The next sentence, the chairman and managing director of the company granted their approval. This sentence is incorrect because of the usage of the word dear. Whenever a single article is used with the subject, it denotes one person. In this sentence, article the has been used with chairman and managing director. It means one single person is the chairman and also managing director of the company. So, instead of using their, we supply singular pronoun. The chairman and managing director of the company granted his approval is correct. If the sentence read like this, the chairman and the managing director of the company granted their approval, then the sentence would have been correct because by using the article the twice, we have made it clear that these are two different people. So in this sentence, the usage of their would have been justified. But in the given sentence, by using the only once, we have to use his to denote that chairman and managing director are one person. The seventh sentence reads, neither Ramesh nor Shyam has brought their identity card. Now, in this sentence, it is important to note that Ramesh and Shyam are two singular nouns. When they are joined by neither nor, the pronoun has to be singular. The correct sentence is, neither Ramesh nor Shyam has bought his identity card. The next sentence, neither the students nor the teacher was in their class. In this sentence, we have a plural noun and a singular noun. So here we have to see the number and the gender according to which the pronoun will be placed. The correct sentence should be, neither the students nor the teacher was in his class. This simply means that we see the proximity of the noun to the verb and accordingly we supply the pronoun. In this sentence, students is the first plural noun and teacher is the second singular noun. So we supply our pronoun to teacher and not to students. Moving on to the next sentence. She's taller than me. In this sentence, we have to take care that whenever we compare using the word than or using the word as, then nominative case has to be used. Nominative case simply means I, we, you, they, he, she and it. This sentence makes a comparison by using taller than. It cannot be followed by me. Nominative case, I should follow taller than. To give another example using as. If I compare my brother with me, I will say he is as tall as I am. So wherever we use as, it must be followed by nominative case. In the given sentence, she is taller than I, the word am is understood. Even if we don't write it, to end the sentence at I makes a complete sentence with complete meaning. Moving on to the next sentence. Mohan as well as his friends are doing their work. Here we have to understand that whenever two nouns are joined by as well as, along with, or with, the pronoun agrees only with the first noun. In this sentence, only the first noun Mohan is important. The second noun friends is not important because the sentence is joined by as well as. So instead of using a plural verb, we use a singular verb. Mohan as well as his friends is doing his work. In the next sentence, many a man were drowned in the sea. This sentence could have simply been written as many men were drowned in the sea. But in case we want to use the expression many a man, then it is important to remember that it is always followed by a singular pronoun and a singular verb. So the correct sentence is many a man was drowned in the sea. In the next sentence, Ram is the only person who can help you in this work. Instead of using who, it would be correct to use that. Ram is the only person that can help you in this work. Let us take a look at the various areas where the usage of that is required. Wherever we use the words like all, any, only, the few, the little, the same, none or nothing, we must use the word that. For example, if I use the word little in a sentence, I say, this is the little help that I could offer to you. Next, we use that after superlative degree. For example, this is the best That we can do. The best is the superlative degree. After an interrogative pronoun, for example, what is the subject that interests you the most? We also use that in a sentence where we use it as a substitute for a single noun that has already been mentioned. To make this clear, look at the example. The climate of Shimla is cooler than that of Delhi. After having studied this, we are all clear about the various areas where pronouns are to be used. I hope you will benefit from this learning. Thank you.